Hello, everyone. I will continue to talk about Hay on our episodes. This episode is about Harold meeting Patty. The episode starts with Rhonda passing out invitation to a boy-girl dance party that she's having at her house. Arnold is sitting with Sid and Stinky as they discuss the party. In Sid's own opinion, the one girl he thinks is the worst is Big Patty, which is harsh. Harold joins them. He discusses his dislike for girls. We move on to Harold's house with his mother and father trying to encourage him to go to the party. It's then revealed that Harold doesn't want to go to the party mostly because he thinks that no girl will wants to dance with him. At the party, everybody's having a good time except for Patty, who is not being asked to dance by any boy. After Harold got his fill from the food table, he went to the balcony to spend the rest of the party throwing a bowl of cherries into a trash. One gets in by Patty, who had decided to do the same thing. It soon becomes clear that Patty has been crying since it hurts that no boy has bothered to ask her out. She denies it, of course, and the two begin talking about why they are there. Harold made his matches when Patty said that boys are stupid. He threatens to fight her, with her already showing that she's not the type to cross in that department. Eventually, the two dance after Patty mocked Harold for being too scared to dance, which got him to prove to her otherwise, and it turns out he has some skills. No stepping on her foot, which is always a skill. The two introduce themselves and they spend the rest of the party talking to each other, which I found sweet. Harold really got to be himself with Patty by showing her a scar that he had that most girls would find gross. She told him exactly what his mother told him, that he is charming. Harold then invited Patty to just hang out, and they spent the entire day doing things their friends to a couple would do, from walking in the park, throwing frisbees, and hanging out in the amusement park. After sunset and the two are sharing a sundae, Patty told Harold that she doesn't like lunch periods since she never has anybody to eat with, at least regularly, since we know Lila and Rhonda once did eat with her. Harold invited Patty to sit with her at a lunchtime, but unfortunately for him, Sid and Stinky caught them hanging out with each other and they began to clown Harold for it. Harold denies it, and the next day, peer pressure rears its ugly head as Harold purposely blew out Patty. However, when Sid and Stinky mocking Big Patty went too far, with two laughing at the idea of her possibly eating, asking them to dance with, to choosing the option of running away from her was all that Harold could stomach. He shouted at them for the entire cafeteria to hear that Patty is his friend and he shouldn't care about what they think since the only thing that matters is what Harold thinks of her, and he threatens them with my favorite idea for this episode. That anybody said another bad thing about Patty, he would beat them so bad it wouldn't even be funny. Taking his lunch over to Patty, Harold asks if she wants to continue with that meal, and the episode ends with Patty. My final thoughts on this episode that this is my second favorite that has Patty in it. I like that when the writers are not writing Harold as some obnoxious bully, that he can show that you should never judge a book by its cover. One of the things that holds back Harold from showing how cool he can be is his laziness and having self-doubt. I really wish Sid and Stinky will stop being jerks since they are not prizes themselves in most cases, especially for Stinky as he has two main episodes are about his self-worth. Having him all people mocking someone for something that they can't control is something that makes me wish that the writers keep things consistent with him being a lot more nicer. Every time we see Patty, she shows that she is a person who has feelings, and sometimes this is why it's hard for her to open up to others, as they could potentially let her down in the end. Just like when Rhonda originally used her to pass the after school program that they were both a part of, and not wanted to hang out when Patty thought that Rhonda was making a breakthrough. Harold defending Patty is definitely better than Rhonda's, not only because it's to his own friends, but also because he will continue to hang out with her for the remainder of the series. That is all. Please like and subscribe to the channel for more.